Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Rubbings Racing channel, broadcasting live from the planet Earth and representing the voice of Rubbings Racing. I am your host, Kenbo76. Getting that his qualifying session down here. I think we may have had a little bit of mistake in the qualifying time. I thought it set to 15 minutes. It must have only been set to 10. So we're going to make do with what we have for these guys out on the track. Probably going to get 2 or 3 laps in here. We see some pretty fast lap times coming in. Minute and 58 set by Bobby Dazzler, currently leading the list, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing an absolutely fantastic job. He was very, very fast in practice as well. So looking for him to do good things tonight. Duftino now taking over the lead, or taking over the pole position right now with a 138.2. And you can see how close these times are here, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is going to be really, really, really tight. These guys were really good in practice. And they've been working at it here for about the last hour in a practice lobby. I don't know what they've been doing throughout the week, but I think Bobby Dazzler has been doing some pretty good things right now. See him now taking back over that pole position, coming across the line in tow behind. I believe it's who is that? Light Blade? No, that is, I'm not sure who it is, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a cool view here. See these guys coming across the line. Right now, I've seen Tuggy Bear coming across. Minute and 42.2 seconds. 4 seconds currently behind the lead right there. You see, looks like the Duftino coming across. And it's PT also coming across right there at the line. It's a pretty cool view. I like this view here, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty neat. Amber Curie Andrew going up across the line there. 4 seconds behind the lead as we go down through the field here. Speaking of Amber Curie Andrews, had a great race last night. If you guys didn't tune in, Thursday Night Lights was our 25th episode last night. We were at the GT4 GT4 Open class around Imola. It was an absolutely fantastic race. Demobi, our resident alien earthling, whatever you want to call him, swept it both times. Took both of the races, so it was really cool to watch here. So watch Amber Curie turn it around. Coming out of the corner there. Unfortunate for him. Get that map up so you guys can see where they're at. 4 minutes and about 30 seconds remain in this session here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Lions Foot's up to. Lions Foot in that yellow livery this year, that number 32. You've seen him in that black and red one. Changed this year. And as he comes across the line, see what kind of time he can make here. It doesn't improve. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, in this qualifying effort here. We're going to get it all sorted out, and then we're going to have a 20-minute session. It's it is March 20th, 2017, and the reason, or 2015, I'm sorry, and the reason I picked that date was because that is my Labrador, Sir Duke Nukem. That is his name. I've had him for 5 years, and he was born 5 years ago, so I am dedicating the race date to my giant Labrador Retriever. Happy birthday, Sir Duke Nukem. Just wanted to get that in there as we're watching Lions Foot now take over the lead of this race. Where did Scotty come from? 137.1, man, laying it down. But look at these times, ladies and gentlemen. You see, it's PT now picking up the time. 137.1. Lions Foot a 137.3. Duftino at a 137.4. That's a 137.438 to Bobby Dazzler's 137.440, ladies and gentlemen. Not a whole lot of difference there in time. Hurlo also into the mix. Light Blade also right there, but look at him. Almost half a second back off of the lead in 6th place, and half a second, ladies and gentlemen. Like I've said before, is just a quick blink of the eye, quick snap of the finger, and that's all it is. But right now, like I've said before, it looks like a mile out of that windshield. As we watch Light Blade come around, I have the track diagram here at that round 13, yes, that around turn 13. No, I don't know where he's at. I'm confused, you're confused, we're all confused, but Light Blade is not currently 6th place right now. He is coming out around turn 11. That's where he's at, ladies and gentlemen. I have found myself. I am no longer lost. Hallelujah. Light Blade coming up to the turn 12 here, and we talked about this. If you guys tuned in Tuesday night and watched any of the touring car division, I commentated on that as well. And it was really good to watch that race as well. Bobby, I can't remember. I know it was Light Blade, and I believe it was Thorsten Schmidt, I believe. They had an epic battle here. So Light Blade, this is the 2nd time this week he's raced on this circuit with a different class of car, a whole different animal. This is a rear-wheel drive, about a 42 horsepower beast. Nah, they got some decent horsepower to them, ladies and gentlemen. I just like to pick on them because they're fun to drive. That's all that matters. So Light Blade currently right now only 3/100ths off the pace right now. A minute and 45 seconds left in the session here. Going to the stream, Jeff Sharp chiming in. Hey, good evening, Ken. Good evening, Jeff. Good to have you on board. Big Al chiming in. Whoop whoop, the console. Always got a big fan out there for the console. Virginia Camaro coming in. España Condigio, JPA. Must have somebody out there, a fan for J-Palm. J-Palm. I did some information. I think I did get some information on some of these newer guys, and I try to introduce these guys in the qualifying, but I ran out of time. I will get to these guys in the race. Virginia's chiming in, going for J-Palm, rooting for J-Palm. Gary Campbell chiming in, say, Car, sorry about tonight. Man, that's all right. You know, internet companies, they do what they do, man. We'll get you on here. We'll get you on here, Gary, we promise. Get you on here. So everybody chiming in for their favorite fans. Tell us who you think are going to win it. Look at these times, ladies and gentlemen. I can't keep up with them here. Let's see what J-Palm is up to right now. Currently running in 10th place right now, 2 seconds off the lead, but ladies and gentlemen, that can change. 43 seconds remain in this qualifying session before they got to start wrapping it up. May be able to get one more lap in here. J-Palm on the track right now, coming across the start-finish line. Let's see what he can do as he comes up. Currently still holding that position in 10th place, and looks like he's going to be able to do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's still out on the track. Light Blade, our pole sitter, right behind J-Palm here, so we're going to keep an eye on this here, see if Light Blade can maybe use that draft and maybe try to manipulate that air behind J-Palm to try to improve on his lap time. If he works together with him, he may improve J-Palm's lap time as well, as it looks J-Palm's doing a pretty good job, it looks like. Currently 3/10 up right now on his fastest lap, so that would shoot him up to probably about ninth place if he can hold this position right now. So keeping an eye on him. Good to have him on board tonight. Good to have a fan out there too. It's always get excited when the fans get joined in, man. You know, that's why we do this for. We try to get everybody involved. And speaking of get involved, if you're interested in getting involved in the clean racing community, ladies and gentlemen, especially during this crazy coronavirus time that's going on in the world, this is a germ-free, friendly environment. Promise you won't catch coronavirus in the Rubbings Racing community. www.rubbingsracing.co.uk will get you your ticket to some of the cleanest, fastest sim racing for Project Cars 2 on the PlayStation 2 network. You can go check out our website, see what we're about, see what we stand for, see what we believe in, and maybe you would want to get involved. You can let us know. Just hit that button that says sign up as a driver. You can also donate there as well. All the donations and proceeds are going back into the community as it were. And if we do get donations that can make a world change, we can also use them for a donation of any choice, especially in all this madness going on in the world right now. J-Palm does improve his time up to 9th place. Good to see him on track here. Still about 2 seconds off the lead here, so them top 8 guys have really separated them guys away from themselves. Bobby Dazzler really fast in practice. Was on the pole there for a little bit, gets shuffled all the way back to 7th. Back to the pits. It looks like anybody's still out there. Amber Curie still putting the pedal down here, still making power, coming around the final corner up to the start-finish line. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Currently sitting in 12th, 3.2 seconds off the lead. And yes, he went up 2.4 seconds there, but I'm not sure where that put him. Probably 2 or 3 positions up. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Light Blade, our pole sitter. No surprise there. Congratulations to him on that very fast lap of 136.7. Reaching the 136 is only guy on the track to be able to do it. It's PT coming in 2nd place with another very fast lap, and Hurlo round out the top 3. Our last year's champion of console coming in 4, and Scotty, not surprisingly, I shouldn't say that. Scotty doing a fantastic job putting in the top 5, ladies and gentlemen. Duftino coming in 6th, Bobby Dazzler 7th, Swift Tony to 8th, J-Palm coming in 9th. Amber Cuey coming in 10th, Tuggy Bear 11th, NRP 12th, Norda Viking 13th, Old Smoky 14th, and of course myself. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get this race underway, and it's going to be 20 minutes, and it's going to be absolutely exciting. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. All the drivers wishing each other well, wishing each other good luck. We got about 35 seconds left here till these guys got to get their cars set up and ready to go here. Trying to figure out their fuel strategies. And we're going to go to the green flag here directly, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes in this session. And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to go green. You can see light blade on the left hand or the right hand side there in that orange and white. And instantly these guys fan out, ladies and gentlemen. Here they come, 5, 6 wide. This is absolute madness. I can't keep track of it. We're just going to see what happens here as we come into turn one. You see guys making a move to the inside, trying to get that preferred line. 4 wide coming down to the start of this race, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like light blade gets through right along. We're going board with Duftino. Duftino going 3 wide. On the outside of it's Swiss Tony. There's Swiss Tony up to 5th place, doing a great job. Let's go back through the field and see what's going on with J-Palm. J-Palm still in the mix, back here in the back of the pack. Good to have him on board as well here. Amber Curie Andrew back to 13th. Tuggy Bear rounded out the field, ladies and gentlemen, as they come up through the chicane here. Light blade, a little bit of separation between him and Herlo now. Herlo doing a great job in that baby blue car, holding 2nd place. Bobby Dazzler now under pressure by the console. You see the console coming into turn 7 here, this hard braking zone, making this left-hand corner. Now, number 38, red and white Jannetta GT4, last year's champion, trying to repeat this year, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be an absolutely great season. If you didn't get a chance to check us out last week on the Jannetta GT5s, it was absolutely epic. It was absolutely epic. This week we're doing this series we're doing the North American Tour, and these guys are having a great time so far. Last week we were at Watkins Glen Short. This week we are at Indianapolis Road Course in the United States of America. In Indianapolis, ladies and gentlemen, the ambient temperature outside is 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and the track temperature is 89 degrees. So there's going to be a lot of grip on the track, and looks like things are going to be in good condition for these drivers here. Let's go back through the field and see what Duftino's up to. Currently in 7th. NRP coming across the line. You can see all these guys filtering through. J-Palm back here to 11th, under pressure now by Amber Curie Andrew and Tuggy Bear. Both of these guys side by side. You can see J-Palm in that green car all the way back there in 11th place, but still not out of this race, as anything could happen in front of him as these guys come into turn 1. Let's take a look at how these guys handle each other, and J-Palm doing a great job getting through there. Currently behind Nord Viking right now. I see Nord Viking, that number 49, black and red Jannetta as well. These are all very similar. These are the exact same cars, ladies and gentlemen. Very similar setups as you see the field coming up through the chicane area here. Keeping an eye on this battle right here between Nord Viking and J-Palm. J-Palm trying to make a move to the inside, ladies and gentlemen. This is, things goes back in beside him, but they're trying to make another move, now moving to the outside as they come down to this hard braking zone in turn 7. Thinks better of it, gets behind Nord Viking, and looks like Nord Viking is going to be in control, but loses a little bit. Nord Viking gets a little loose coming out of the corner, allows J-Palm to get on the outside of him now, and J-Palm to the inside now has to back off just a little bit coming through that corner. Don't want to push it this early in the race. 17 minutes remaining in this session, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back up towards the front and see what's happening with our leaders. The console now up to 3rd place, being followed now by Bobby Dazzler. Let's put the map up here so you guys can see where they're at on the track, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of turn 14 right now, the final corner of the track, you see Bobby Dazzler going to the inside of Herlo. This is a great battle developing here. Herlo must have got a little bit loose coming off of that curb, and that curb coming out of turn 14. I'm trying to go back here and see right there where Nord Viking just came through, where J-Palm's coming through. If you get on that curb, that thing will throw you out into the grass, man. That's an absolutely pain in the butt. Herlo now on the back of NRP. Or I'm sorry, not the back NRP, Bobby Dazzler. I keep getting mixed up. Bobby Dazzler's in that black and red Jannetta. Looks like he's teammates with the console in that red with the white with red stripes and the black with red stripes here. And these guys doing an absolutely great job here. 16 minutes remain in this session. Ladies and gentlemen, going to the stream here. Jeff Sharp says, great lap from Herlo, getting himself up in the mix. Yeah, that's good for him. Says a great job, everyone, getting through turn 1 clean. They do a great job here. And now we have 2 packs of cars here. We have NRP in the back here with Duftino, Lion's Foot, and it's Lion's Foot, Duftino, NRP, and it's PT. And I got to apologize to the fans of It's PT. I started off last Thursday nights. I think it was last week, or I can't remember what race it was. Maybe it was in the touring car division. Maybe Sunday GT3. I don't know. There's so many of them, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard for me to keep track, but anyway, one of the recent streams I kept calling him It's TP, and he's not a he's not an American or not an American, but a Indian living place, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a TP. I correct myself, and I do apologize. His name is It's PT. It's PT, as in Papa Tango. It's PT. So I do apologize to him and his fans, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, in a great battle with Duftino as these guys come across the line. And It's PT, speaking of It's PT, he's 28 years old. He said he's from Jamaica, but he's currently living in Washington, D.C. A huge NASCAR fan and a Manchester United fan as well. Works for NASA as a financial analyst. Favorite cars in the game are the GTE, the GT3s, and the LMP2s. Going to take his shot here in the GT5s. And right now doing a good job. Currently running 5th place, being chased by Duftino. Looks like Duftino gets a little wide, allowing NRP now to climb up beside him as they come up through the chicane here, ladies and gentlemen. Starting up to turn 7, this long acceleration zone. 14 minutes and 10 seconds remain in this session. 20 minutes is what the session is, ladies and gentlemen. Our feature race is going to be a reverse style grid, and if you're just tuning in and if you've never seen one of the Rubbings Racing's formats, what we do is our first race is 20 minutes long, and then our second race is twice as long as that, but we do it in laps. And it looks like right now we're at lap 4. By lap 10, we should probably be around lap 7, so we're looking probably 15 or 16 laps maybe for the feature race. And then we're going to do a reverse style grid, which means the guys who win this race got to start from the back, and the guys who finish last in this race have to start from the front. Mixes the field up and gives everybody a different view of the racetrack and keeps these guys honest with each other. Watching this battle here between NRP and Duftino. Duftino way out wide to the grass allows, looks like Lion's Foot now in that yellow car to get up beside him. Lion's Foot able to take advantage of that mistake by Duftino. Duftino doing a great job Thursday, or that was Tuesday. Yeah, I believe that was Sunday. I can't remember, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. Anyway, 13 minutes remain in this session, almost halfway through here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everybody's staying safe out there in the world, too. A lot of chaos and madness going on. Be sure to wash your hands, ladies and gentlemen, and do what your local government and the local doctors tell you to do. You know, try not to spread the disease. Try not to spread the disease or the virus or the fungus or whatever they want to call it. But like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, this is a germ-free, friendly environment. Watching Lion's Foot right now try to shake Duftino as they come through turns 5 and 6 through that chicane area, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Duftino is going to try to do everything he can to get out around Lion's Foot. Let's go on board here with Duftino and see what he's up to here. You can see him on the outside of Scotty. Scotty in that number 32 Janetta, or Lion's Foot, as we call him here. It's gamer tag. We all know him from Scotty in the league here, but you don't know him like that. As a fan, it is a Lion's Foot in that yellow Janetta being chased by Duftino right now. Duftino doing everything he can to try to maintain a position, or try to gain a position on Scotty as they come up right now around turn 11 in this hard braking zone. You can see all the rubber on the track already. A little bit of smoke from up there and the position in front of him in this hard braking zone. Then back on this other hard left here, and this is one of the curve here. That one will throw you around, and if you get too far out on the right, that's the one I was talking about. Boy, that thing would just spin you right around. See if you can make anything happen down this long front stretch here, ladies and gentlemen, as they come to halfway through, almost halfway through here. 11 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Coming down to the braking zone here, riding along with Duftino behind Scotty. Duftino making a move to the inside. Let's go back to the track here and see what's going to happen. Duftino trying to make that dive to the inside, but Scotty closes the door on him. Duftino a little hot on them brakes coming into that corner. Now Scotty makes a mistake and goes way out wide in that yellow, and he makes a big mistake. He's got to come through the field. What happened to Scotty? Scotty just gets a little loose, gets on that curb, and like we said about it, ladies and gentlemen, you get on them curbs, these Janettas do not like these curbs. Back up to the front, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Dazzler now 1 second behind the console. Lightblade has separated himself away from these two. This is battle right now for second place. The console has it, and Bobby Dazzler wants it. Hurlo currently sitting in that 4th position, doing a great job, as well as you see him come around turn 10. It looks like NRP currently, he's coming in behind him now. Duftino, we were riding along with Duftino, and you seen NRP was up behind him, and it's PT now all over the back of Duftino as he gets up almost beside him here, coming into turn 12, ladies and gentlemen. Halfway through, 10 minutes remain in this session, ladies and gentlemen, as the laps continue to wind here. Lap 6, so we're looking about 12 or 13, maybe 14 laps, depending on how the time works out here for our feature race. So if you're interested in hanging out for the feature, that's going to be your time. About 40 minutes or so with a mandatory pit stop. It's going to be a lot of fun here as we're watching its PT work all over the back of Duftino. Side by side as they come to the line, ladies and gentlemen. Duftino in that multicolored orange, white, and black car. Its PT in that green Ginetta with a racing stripe on the right side of that car as we are looking at it. Side by side, still coming into turn 1. NRP looking at all this happen in his mirror. It's PT going way out wide. Duftino trying to make it stick here, but Duftino goes way out to that thing, or way out to that thing. Hey, that thing, there's a thing on the track. What is that thing? Goes way out to the curb. We see where Lion's Foot get sideways last time by, but it successfully gets through there. Still on the back of Duftino. This is an epic battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is for 6th place. Duftino has it. It's PT wants it, and you can see NRP right there in that red, orange, and black in 6th place, or in 5th place, I'm sorry. NRP has that top 5 position right now, and these two guys behind him are looking to try to take it away from him. Trying to keep an eye on all the action on the track here, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Dazzler now climbing just within about a second of the console as these guys are coming around turn 12. Or turn 13, or turn 12, yeah, turn 12. This is turn 13 here. This is that wicked corner. Wicked. So, yeah, Bobby Dazzler on the back of the console here. It's PT and Duftino still beating on each other right now, and now they have caught up with NRP. Let's get rid of the interface and just watch these guys race here. Watching It's PT behind NRP and Duftino. These Duftino and It's PT have been swapping positions here the last few laps, so they're just testing each other, just seeing where they can get that run maybe for the final lap, because these cars are very evenly matched and it's very difficult to pass unless the driver makes a mistake. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys for all your continued support and all of your love and continued support. That's what I was going to say. Thank you for all your love and continued support, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what's going on in the stream, give us a like, give us a thumbs up. You can hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate it, and we would like to invite you into the Rubbings Racing family. Watching the battle right now, Duftino now up to I think he took that 5th place position away. I was rambling on, wasn't paying attention. Looks like NRP now back to 7th place, lost 2 positions there on that lap. We go back here and see what these guys are up to. We got Swiss Tony and J-Palm. These guys are still working on each other back here. Still a close battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is for 8th place, and these guys, this is what we're talking about at Rubbings Racing. It doesn't matter where you're at on the track. It's not 1 or 2 fast guys and they run away with the entire race, although sometimes it looks that way. It's not that way. These guys are driving for their lives back here. This is going on for 8th place. Swiss Tony has it. J-Palm looks like he wants to try to take it away from him here as they come around turn 10, out around this long right-hand sweeper at turn 11. J-Palm in that green car trying to take the position away right now from Swiss Tony. Swiss Tony makes a little bit of contact with him. J-Palm saves it. Swiss Tony goes way out wide in that blue car. They got to be careful around each other. Swiss Tony tries to take that inside lines. Got to be careful with that curve, and J-Palm drives away from him out of that corner. See, Swiss Tony probably lost a little bit of traction coming out of that corner, and J-Palm successfully up to 8th place as he comes across the line. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this session, ladies and gentlemen. Great driving by J-Palm in the back of the field here. NRP and Duftino now going at it. Looks like it's TP, or yeah, it's PT. Was able to get out front a little bit, but not able to shake these two. All these guys are still racing for position, ladies and gentlemen. It's PT has it in 5th. Duftino in a multicolored car. You can see him in 6th in the middle there, and NRP in 7th place. Going to get rid of the interface and watch these guys race just a little bit as they come down this long backstretch here before this hard braking zone in turn 7. You see these guys come down hard on the brakes. You see it's PT trying to shake that draft up a little bit. Going to take that inside line, though. Really narrow groove, and NRP gets a little loose. Let's go see what Duftino and its PT are up to now. Riding along with these two here. NRP getting sideways, coming into turn 7, guys. Be careful. Car spun out. Probably got going again as we watch its PT try to shake off Duftino as they come around turn 11, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this session. Winding down. The laps are winding down. The race is probably going to end in the mid-afternoon, so track temperature still remaining about the same, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, hovering right around that 100-degree mark. Track temperature, the ambient outside temperature, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Still hoodie weather. You could probably get away with wearing a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. I would probably wear a hoodie. I'm a warm-blooded kind of guy, so I like to be a warm fella. It's PT and Duftino still going at it. You see Hurlo in the picture coming in the bottom there, and now NRP coming in the back. J-Palm all the way in the back end. Let's go back here and see where these guys are at. You can see him coming down the stretch. J-Palm. Swiss Tony behind him. Lionsfoot looks like he's going to try to make a move. Don't know if he's close enough from this camera angle. Not sure what's happening there. You see Amber QE all by himself coming across the line in 11th. Let's go back here and see what's going to happen in turn 1. I didn't think the camera was going to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was going to stay smooth, but I must have timed it just a little wrong. As we're keeping an eye on this battle right now, this is for 8th place, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain in this session. Laps are winding down, and looks like these guys are about to get a little bit here. Getting some reports that Tony cut the corner there. He may have to just be careful on the track if he didn't get a penalty there. So just be mindful of cutting the corners there, guys. Swiss Tony in 9th place right now, currently chasing J-Palm. And we have Lionsfoot currently in 10th place. Going back here to Duftino. What's Duftino up to now? Currently a second behind its PT. These guys are doing an absolutely great job. You see Duftino doing everything he can to try to gain all the time he can on its PT as the laps wind down. Didn't really get a chance to ride with our leader at all. You can see him coming across the line here, ladies and gentlemen. Across the start-finish line into turn 1. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this session, and actually what we're going to do here is our customary ride-along, like we always do on our Friday night Ginetta GT4 North American Challenge here. As you see Lightblade come up around turn 3. Coming into turn 4, tricky turn 4 right here, ladies and gentlemen. And then this little chicane here is turn 5 and 6. Like I said last night at Imola, you're looking through that chicane. You're not even mindful of where those humps are. You're already on the other side of that by the time you enter that corner in your mind. Coming down, winding it all the way out on the rev limiter, coming about the 400, 300 meter mark, hard on those brakes, turning it in there, trying to stay off the curbs, but try to get as much space as you possibly can. Back here to turn 8, over here to turn 9, and then over here to this long right-hander, turn 10, ladies and gentlemen, and then this goes this long right-hand sweeper back on the speedway, and this is the road course, so this connects back onto the speedway for a short time, just enough to get your brakes cooled down, or cool down a little bit, then to warm them back up here in turn number 12. And then back here at this left-hand corner, they got to be careful. On the inside of these corners where they'll spin the car out, you see the sun in his visor there, impairing his vision just a little bit out around turn 14, and then back to the original part of the racetrack once again, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to the start-finish line, probably got about 2 laps left if I had to guess. Looking at 2 minutes remaining in this session, so I'd imagine at least 2 laps left. And that is your customary ride-along with your leader, Lightblade. Thank you, Lightblade, for your time. Thank you for being on track tonight. Bobby Dazzler currently in 2nd place. We can see him in the background. And the console, his teammate, just by paint, is in that red and white. Hurlo doing an absolutely fantastic job holding it together in 4th place. It's PT still trying to shake off Duftino. That's 5th and 6th place, ladies and gentlemen. NRP now with a train of cars behind him. This may develop here towards the end of this race. If these 3 guys can get together, it's about 3 seconds, a little longer than that, it looks. J-Palm up to 8th place. Good position by him. Top 8 so far. Lionsfoot now up to 9th. Swiss Tony back to 10th place. Swiss Tony, not sure what's going on with his car here. As we can see, the shadows are starting to get a little bit longer here, going towards the evening hours, with about 60 seconds remaining in this session, ladies and gentlemen. Duftino now trying to make up space, or trying to make up time on its PT, but its PT is pretty consistent here running these laps as they come down to turn 7. See if Duftino can do anything through this section of the track. He seemed pretty solid last time through, and we're going to look down here at some of the timings. Here's the timings, ladies and gentlemen. Lightblade, best lap was a 136.6. Had Bobby Dazzler, best lap run, 136.4. So a couple of these guys are in the 136s. We've seen Lightblade hit the 136s in qualifying, and maybe they didn't get their tires warmed up enough. I think that was a host error, my error, not making the qualify 15. I don't know why I didn't, but the console coming in at a 136.8 as well. And going down the list, we have a ton of 137s. And then a couple guys out there running 138s, J-Palm in a 138, and Swiss Tony running 138. And the last two guys running 139s. Tuggy Bear struggling with his setup today, ladies and gentlemen, at a 139, and Nord Viking as well. They need to work on them setups after the race there. And Lightblade now coming up to, where is he at on track? Let me put the map up here. Lightblade is coming around up through the chicane for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time. And I want to remind the drivers that the cool-down lap is on and the points are on, so please try to avoid contact in the cool-down lap other than a little congratulation bump or a rub or something like that. So be careful, guys. Lightblade getting around some lap traffic there. You see him now in the turn 7 for the final time. Sun is starting to go down a little bit here early in the spring, probably about 5 or 6 in the afternoon. Tire temperatures are coming down here a little bit. Lightblade currently out front, 5 seconds out in front of Bobby Dazzler. You can see Bobby Dazzler coming into the frame right now, but we're going to keep an eye on Lightblade as you see him coming around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, with the sun fading in the background. Lightblade doing it in style. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, all by himself around turn 12. Big shout out to him. Another huge victory for Lightblade. It's going to be a huge day in the points for him. Matter of fact, I wanted to get the points up here for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, as of last week, Lion's Foot was leading the points at 61, NRP at 54, Duftino at 50, and Lightblade at 45 as he comes across the line. Huge points day for Lightblade. Bobby Dazzler coming across the line in second. The console looks like he's going to be all by himself. There he goes, the console all by himself. It's PT coming across in fourth place. Hurlo being chased by Duftino, but not able to make it happen. Those guys come across fifth and sixth, and you see NRP now coming out of the frame in seventh, ladies and gentlemen. Lion's Foot, be able to put separation between him and J-Palm. J-Palm must have made a mistake. Back to ninth place. Swiss Tony coming across the line in 10th. And some of the guys who are struggling a little bit on track today, Amber Curie Andrew, Tuggy Bear, Old Smoky, and Nord Viking. All these guys are going to round out the rest of the field, ladies and gentlemen. Our next race is going to be 14:28. Is that right? 29 laps? Yeah, I was way off. Wow, yeah. Yeah, 13. So it's going to be 27 laps, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Lightblade, sealing the victory here in the sprint race. Once again, huge points day for him. Bobby Dazzler doing everything he could to try to catch him, rounding out the top two, and then the console coming in at the top three, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. We'll give about 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, probably about 5 till we will be back, and we're going to bring you live. These guys are going to get their legs stretched out. You got to do some calculations here. So bear with us and stay tuned. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our feature race. 27 laps around the Indianapolis Speedway road course. IRC, as some people like to call it. That's what I normally call it for short. It's going to be 27 laps with a mandatory pit stop. Our first, when the lights go green, these guys are just going to start moving forward a little bit, and we're going to call their names out and do one warm-up lap around here, which you see on the screen at some point. It says 27, or it says lap 1, but there's 26 laps in this session, ladies and gentlemen, of racing. As these guys are wishing each other luck, best of luck coming out from some of the guys here watching It's PT out front here, but we're going to get Nord Viking up to the front. Nord going to take that second place. Tuggy Bear up to third place. Amber Cuey up to fourth, please. Swiss Tony to fifth place. J-Palm up to sixth place. Lion's Foot up to seventh place. And NRP to eighth. Duftino to ninth place, please. And rounding out the top 10 is going to be Hurlo. It's PT up to 11th place. The console to 12th place. Bobby Dazzler to 13th. Lightblade, our winner, our sprint race winner, 14th. And a late entry, the Everybody knows them. Everybody loves them. Some decide whether they do or whether they don't. We're not sure. But the one and only, can't be duplicated, never replicated, Lecky is on track to round out the field, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have him on board tonight. Took a little hiatus. Went MIA. Wasn't sure if the coronavirus got him or if maybe an alien got him as well. We're not sure here. Go back up here to the front and see what Nordviking's up to here. Coming up through that chicane. Doing pretty good speed there. Keep it up. Yeah, keep your speed there somewhere around 60, 65, somewhere in there. Whatever you're comfortable with, Nordviking. Just make sure you're pacing the field pretty good. You see these guys coming down through the pack here. This is a great view. As you see, it's PT and the console coming out throughout the back there. Watching these guys. Who is that? Did you get a sort? Okay, yeah. If you need to sort it out, let me know. Guys trying to get their positions lining up here. I'm trying to get it all sorted out. Where's Nordviking at? Nordviking, let's put up the map here. See where he's at. Okay, coming around turn 11. Or coming out of turn 10 right now, ladies and gentlemen. Out around turn 11. These guys still warming the tires up. Like I said, 26 laps of racing in this event, ladies and gentlemen. This is our second round of our Ginetta GT5 North American Challenge. Every track is in North America this season. Six weeks in the season, so this is our second week and our second season of 2020. So we're absolutely excited to have this underway here. This guy's going to probably start lining up side by side here. Oh, and I guess they could probably wait around turn 14. Once they come out around the final 14, they could probably get lined up. First place is always started on the right side. Second place is going to be on the left side. All the odd numbers get on the right side behind your appropriate guy, and even numbers to the right side as we watch these guys come through the field here. Starting to get side by side. Getting ready to go green here, ladies and gentlemen. When we get up to the line, we see where Lecky at here. Lecky's all the way in the back. Looks like the guys are just getting sorted out at the back here. And there's a restart zone up here side by side as these guys are coming out of the corner. Once they come up here, Nordviking is gone. Looks like Nordviking at any time can go before the start-finish line, and he is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Nordviking puts it down. Old Smokey beside him, flashing the lights in anticipation, getting this race underway. You can see all these guys starting to spread out. Once again, coming into turn one, ladies and gentlemen. 26 laps remain. Oh, we got contact now down the back stretch. Looks like two yellow cars get involved. Let's go back through the field and see who that is. Amber QE Andrew looks like he's wrapped up. J Palm into the pits. Not sure what happened there. Lightblade looks like he gets through. Lion's Foot involved in that big accident. Unfortunate for him. That is a big shakeup in the points, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into this series, Lion's Foot was the points leader. He had 61 points coming into this series, so not a good situation for him right now as we watch the field come down. Old Smokey currently in first place. Nordviking now back to second place. You see Swiss Tony now to third place. Bobby Dazzler in fourth. Side-by-side action all the way back here with Tuggy Bear. It's PT, NRP, Hurlo, and the console. All of these guys in the mix. We were going to the points there, ladies and gentlemen. I started to go through them before the end of the last sprint race there. Lion's Foot coming into this race after one race, ladies and gentlemen, after one round, had the lead at 61 points. NRP, Mr. Silverstone, coming in 54 points behind, or 54 points. Duftino third place at 50 points. We have a two-way tie for fourth place between Lightblade and last year's champion, the console, ladies and gentlemen. Hurlo coming in fifth at 43 points. Tuggy Bear at 40 points. And Tro, who did not make it tonight, coming in and around the top seven. I'm going to get back to the action here, get through them points a little later. Still side-by-side action. The console getting a little sideways there. Little actions with looks like that was Hurlo. Not sure what happened there. Door-to-door action. Duftino now gets into that mix as we see all these guys come across the line. And then Lightblade now all the way in the back of the field. We see Lion's Foot still in the frame, all the way in the back of the field, going to try to make the absolute best out of it. The best out of the worst, best out of a bad situation. Nordviking now off the track. Be careful coming back on the track. Nordviking, as you guys come around the corner there, you have a car coming back on track. Great re-entry by him. Getting back in line. Stacking the guys up a little bit behind him. Nordviking going backwards to sixth place now. NRP takes over that position to fifth place. Swiss Tony up to fourth. Bobby Dazzler doing a fantastic job up to third place. It's PT now to second. Old Smoky doing a great job up in front. You see all the leaders come down through here. The Console coming in 7th. Lecky doing a great job in 10th place. Hurlo, Lightblade, and Lion's Foot all the way in the back. Still hasn't caught the tail end of this field yet, but maybe he's just trying to cool down after that incident. Swiss Tony in 4th place right now, being followed by NRP and Nord Viking. This is a battle developing right here between these two guys. NRP making a livery change, wasn't happy with that livery. Very, very comfortable in that livery that he's in right now. You see him in that orange and white livery, ladies and gentlemen. So NRP doing a good job. Up to 4th place. Nord Viking back to 5th. Swiss Tony back to 6th place. Looks like he's going to lose a position as he goes wide. Now the Console's going to try to make a move to the outside of Swiss Tony. Let's keep an eye on this battle here, ladies and gentlemen. The Console making a move to the inside, forcing Swiss Tony to the outside as they come around turn 14. Looks like the Console's able to carry that momentum through the corner and be able to get down the front stretch here as Swiss Tony now behind the Console. Everybody's still in line here, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 4 out of 27. 4 out of 27 have gone by here, ladies and gentlemen. Mandatory pit stop. We see these guys are still battling. Swiss Tony not giving it up. Little bit of contact there. Who did he make contact with? Was that Tuggy Bear? Tuggy Bear was on the inside there. Not sure who that was. Must have been Nord Viking. Yeah, Nord Viking must have got the boot there. So they got to be careful. Lecky, looks like Lecky getting sideways. Is Lecky able to control it? Able to hold on to it? No, Lecky gets sideways. Doesn't know if he collected anybody with him. Lightblade looks like he's going to be able to get through and actually maybe hit Lightblade. We're not sure what happened there. Chain of events happened, and Lightblade, our sprint race winner, back to 12th place, or up to 11th place now, 13 seconds off of the lead right now. It's PT currently taking the pole, or taking the lead right now after 4 laps of racing here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The road course edition, ladies and gentlemen, currently 7 100ths up on his previous lap. It's PT is right now. I want to thank you guys for all tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us. And going to the stream here. Lee Kendall chiming in saying good luck, guys. VMX, we all know him as VMX Rider, I think, on the PlayStation and the community. He's chiming in from Australia, I believe. I know that's where he's from. If he is in Australia, he's about 14 or 13. I don't know how many hours it is now because of daylight savings time, but it's got to be about 7 or 8 in the morning over there in Australia. Crazy, crazy hours. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon here on the east coast of the United States. It is about 9 o'clock in the evening UK time where these guys GMT are racing tonight. And VMX chiming in all the way from Australia. So a great fan base here, ladies and gentlemen. All over the world, people tuning in and trying to get into Rubbings Racing here. Joining up with Rubbings Racing here so they can get their shot at trying to race on track with some of the fastest, cleanest racers on the PlayStation. If you're interested and want to get involved, once again, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. That'll get you to your ticket to some of the cleanest, fastest sim racing available for the PlayStation 4 on Project Cars 2. If you want to donate, we can always donate to the cause as well. Of course, all of our proceeds always go back into our community. And nobody ever gets paid for Rubbings Racing here. I just want to make that very known, ladies and gentlemen. If you donate to the cause, you're donating to the community. You're not donating to one certain person. So if you want to see something change in Rubbings Racing, if you want to see something improve, let us know in the comments below. And if you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up and hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody who tunes in every week to see some of this racing on the track here as we watch Bobby Dazzler all over the back of It's PT. As I'm rambling on and on and on, Bobby Dazzler making the moves, coming up to the line to come to lap 6, ladies and gentlemen. As they come to the line, It's PT has it. Bobby Dazzler wants it. They're coming down this long front stretch. You can see the Console diving off to the pits there to the left-hand side. Great camera work going on here as we see now It's PT under attack by Bobby Dazzler. Bobby Dazzler took a break last season in the GT5s the season before. He did a pretty good job. I think he finished second. So it was he's been pretty steady in the GT5 series here. So always good to have him on, and very quick in these GT5s as well. But falling off the pace just a little bit. Looks like It's PT doing an absolutely fantastic job in getting through that section of track and putting out some separation. Almost a second between him and Bobby Dazzler. Old Smokey doing a great job up to 3rd place. Good to see him on board tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go back to something I was going to do earlier, which I promised that I would do, and I am a man of my word. If I can remember that I said it, and sometimes that is a problem, ladies and gentlemen. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, then you don't get it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, going back to what I was saying earlier, yeah, J-Palm. J-Palm, we were talking about him earlier. Where's J-Palm running on track right now? One of the new guys to the league, new to the GT5 series. Had a fan chime in on the stream. Thank you for chiming in. I'm sure he appreciates your support. Get him a little bit of airtime. A little bit of information about J-Palm. Said he's 29 years old. His favorite class is the GT5 and the GT4 Ginetta and the touring classes. His favorite track is Donington Park and Brands Hatch. He says he's from Almeria, Spain. He said he's lived in the UK for almost a decade. And Leamington Spa. Automotive engineer working in the development of engines. He started sim racing on Gran Turismo 4, then moved to the F1 and Drive Club before Project Cars 2. He said he loves to experiment and develop my own setups before each race. Clean racing and sportsmanship above all. He will see you on the track, and we are watching him, ladies and gentlemen, going around the track, coming around turn 14, lap 7. J-Palm up to 8th place, ladies and gentlemen. You see guys in the pits right now. Looking at some of these guys, a lot of these guys have taken pits. Hurlo in the pits, Bobby Dazzler in the pits, Lightblade in the pits, Old Smoky, Lightblade's down, Old Smoky's down. All the leaders coming into the pits. Look like these guys may be communicating with each other on the radio, or maybe just trying to outsmart each other. But it looks like all these guys came in at the same time. Not sure what's going on here, but I like it. It's going to tune in to be an absolutely great race here for this round 2 of our season 2 Ginetta GT5. This season we are in North America. Our second race is in Indianapolis, at the Indianapolis road course, ladies and gentlemen. IRC, as we know, watching Tuggy Bear come out of the track in 9th place. Coming back on track, Eric Hurlo in behind him in 10th place, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back here and see what's happening with Bobby Dazzler. Bobby Dazzler now in a battle once again with a Lightblade. Lightblade up to 7th place. Seen him getting a little bit of trouble in the start of this race. See a couple scratches and nicks and dings on the side of his car there. Able to regain a little bit of those positions there and regain some of them points that he lost, but had a great points race in the first one. If you missed it, after the stream, rewatch it. Lightblade totally in command of the first one. I think it was, he might have had that one pole to pole. I don't know. We might have to go back and watch that one. So he did a fantastic job in the first one. Getting stuck behind here in the traffic and not beneficial for winning the race. Sometimes you love to win, but sometimes it's a pain in the butt because you get to start in the rear of the field. And coming up through the field can be difficult because all these guys are very good. All these guys have had to pass evaluation drives to get into the league, and all these guys, you know, they have track etiquette, and they're very smart, very fast drivers. So you know, you would think very, very fast, very smart drivers would all be racing the same time, you know, in a big pack like this, but that's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are racing, there's 3 or 4 different races going on here. Yeah, they're racing the track, they're racing themselves, they're racing the time, they're racing each other. There's a lot of things going on here, ladies and gentlemen, as we watch these guys come down this long front stretch. Lap 8 out of 27, 19 laps remain in this round 2 Ginetta GT5 North American Challenge here, ladies and gentlemen, bringing the European cars over here to the North American continent. Going to have a great time this season. Watching the action on track right now. Bobby Dazzler currently on behind the Lightblade. You see Lightblade going up through that chicane as well, and you see Old Smoky now doing a great job in behind him, trying to keep pace with these 2 guys up front. Going back through the field here, ladies and gentlemen, to see what these guys are up to. Going down through my list, and sometimes I ramble on, and I'm sorry about that, but I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Old Smoky, we always talked about him. He's a full-time ride this year in the GT5 series. Old Smoky doing a great job right now. Currently in 8th place, 2 seconds behind Bobby Dazzler. We see Bobby Dazzler and Lightblade up in front of him, still battling here as we take and watch him here. Let me get rid of this interface and just keep an eye on him. Spotlight him for a minute. ACR, Old Smoky, 33 years old, from the UK. He said he loves racing and is involved in other leagues. He said he's been playing Project Cars since Project Cars 1, and he uses a controller, but that is outdated information, ladies and gentlemen. Old Smoky now on a T150, I believe. About a week or two ago on Thursday Night Lights. He broke it in on Thursday Night Lights with us, and it was absolutely great. So doing a great job tonight. Old Smoky up to 8th place. Good to have him on track. Let's see what Lightblade's up to. Our sprint race winner right now in 6th place. Still 47 seconds off of the pace, but it's PT and Duftino. I don't believe them two have pitted yet, as they are currently about 25 seconds out in front of the rest of the field. J-Palm looks like, I don't know if he would have pitted yet or not. Where's J-Palm at? J-Palm currently coming into turn 7 right now, so not sure. All out there all by himself. Bobby Dazzler and Lightblade is coming through the chicane, still working on each other here. And we've seen Lightblade involved in a lot of different things here in Rubbings Racing as well. He's also part of the Driver Academy. Had a great idea, came to the guys and said, hey, I want to try to put together something for the guys, you know, to do when we're not racing, or try to improve them. So him and a few other guys got involved here. Lightblade on track. His name is Bobby. He's 35 years old. He's from the Swansea over in Wales in the UK. Said he lives to race and he loves all things that have a motor. He's a F1 fan, a moto fan, a WRC fan, and likes the touring car races. Or likes the touring car classes. He said he races in multiple leagues, and he's a fan of the single-seat vehicle. Which Thursday Night Lights next week, ladies and gentlemen, we may be in a single-seater. Going to see what happens here. Got a couple of things on the horizon. Not sure. Stay tuned. The announcements will be out. We're watching Lightblade now in 6th place. Try to shake off. Bobby Dazzler is up to 7th place. We have the console. Where's the console at right now on track? Console looks like coming around turn 1. And who's that coming out on track there? Is that Duftino? Yes, Duftino coming out of the pits now right behind the console. And here's a battle. This is a battle of the Titans right here, ladies and gentlemen. Last year's championship winner, the console, in that red and white car right there, the white car with the red racing stripes. Pretty cool livery with the black wheels. I think them black wheels add a little bit of extra speed. That's my theory. And Duftino now behind him. These guys coming down into turn 7. Let's see what Duftino is going to be able to do. Don't know if he took tires or if he just took fuel. We're not sure. But he came out of the pits right behind the console, pretty much where they left off. I think these guys were dancing close around each other before they all broke off, and now they're back together, reunited, and it feels so good, especially for the console, because he is out in front right now in 3rd place in that final podium position. J-Palm currently in 2nd place. Don't think he pitted, and it's PT. I'm not sure if he pitted yet either. So we're going to keep an eye on these battles here. Haven't heard anything out of these camps. Old Smoky now trying to put Herlo under some pressure. Herlo coming out around turn 10. And we see Tuggy Bear coming in the picture too. These 3 guys here have been racing around each other all day. And the nice thing about the Rubbings Racing League here is you got all kind of different skill sets. And I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody else, but there are certain guys who are better at different things than other guys. And, you know, it's good to see the different classes of racing here. So Lee Kendall's chiming back in. He says 7 a.m., 7:10 a.m. here. Lee Kendall says at 7:10 tomorrow morning. That is 7:10 tomorrow morning in Australia. Thank you, Lee Kendall, for chiming in. Always great to have you. Always great to have you. Virginia chiming in. Virginia Chamorro, JPA, number one ribbon. Got a fan out there pulling for you. J-Palm currently out there all by himself, still running laps. Pretty consistent, though. And Lee Kendall on the stream saying, good to see Lecky back. Lecky is back, and he's back again. Guess who's back? Lecky in 11th place, doing a great job. It's PT now diving off to the pits. And where is he at? He's right now. He is, look like they're dropping the tire. They're dropping the jacks. Looks like they may try to do a couple adjustments. Still has no rolling yet. Coming now out of the pits. And where is the console? The console right now coming into turn 10 up towards turn 12. And let's see what they're going to be able to do with the leader as he comes out of the pits, ladies and gentlemen. Got too many things on my laptop screen. I can't see anything. Okay, there we go. The console now is fighting off Duftino, and it's PT. Where's he at? It's PT still in this long, grueling pit stall. Just almost at the exit of pit lane. J-Palm, where's J-Palm at? J-Palm looks like he may inherit the lead here directly coming into turn 1, but you have a hard-charging Alex and Duftino coming in behind him. NRP and Lightblade. Now this battle developing for 5th place, and Bobby Dazzler now shuffled back to 7th place after all the pit cycles have come through here. You can see Bobby Dazzler coming into the frame. Hurlo doing a great job coming across the line in 8th place. But let's go back up here to our race leader, J-Palm. And like we always do, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get rid of this map. And next time by, we're going to do our, it's not a mandatory. It is our customary ride-along, and I'm going to pick somebody out of the crowd here. And some of these guys talk about it. Some guys like it, some guys don't like it. But the viewers love it, and we're in this for the fans, ladies and gentlemen. So keeping an eye on our race leader right now, J-Palm, lap 12 out of 27. Almost halfway done. These guys have pitted early. The track temperature currently at a 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and the outside temperature is 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking on the stream, I did see Lecky said he made something on the comments, says he wants to see Kenbo and them chicken legs in shorts. I promise you don't, Lecky. I promise. I would blind you. My legs are as white as they possibly get, and they are very, very, very chickeny. I promise you. Let's go on board here with J-Palm, ladies and gentlemen, in the Jetta GT4, taking a ride along, coming across the start-finish line for lap 13, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, coming up to the first corner, riding along with J-Palm. Having a fan out there, going to appreciate this. Hard on the brakes here at the 300-meter mark, diving it in all the way to that apex. Got to be careful in this left-hander, turn 2, and then back on this right-hander, turn 3, where you can build your speed back up, but you got to be mindful of this outside curb on the braking zone. Seen a few guys spin here, and this weird-shaped turn to number 4 is kind of oblong, and then kind of short at the same time, up through the chicane, turn 5 and 6, and then you're making as much horsepower as you possibly can coming down this back stretch. J-Palm doing it just great. You can see it going up through the gears on the rev limiter, trying to squeeze every amount of horsepower he can up to the 300-meter mark, hard on the brakes, way to the outside, diving into the inside, trying to get as much track as he possibly can, getting a little loose coming out of that corner. Coming in right now around turn 9. And then up here to turn 10, ladies and gentlemen, making this hard, right? And then back up through the gears. This long right-hand sweeper, like I mentioned earlier, goes back up to the original Indianapolis Motor Speedway racetrack, which used to be the Brickyard. They used to call it the Brickyard. It used to be made out of bricks. Back hard on the brakes into turn 12 on this hard inside line here, back out to the outside, and then for turn 13, this treacherous corner. You can see the entrance to pit road on the right side. If he would have went to pit road, that's where he enters. Around turn 14, nobody in his mirror if you're looking up there in the left-hand corner. He's all there all by himself, doing an absolutely fantastic job. And ladies and gentlemen, that was your customary ride along with J-Palm, our leader here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Halfway through, ladies and gentlemen, 27 laps, lap 14 right now. Let's go back to the track and see what's happening here on board with Lightblade. Man, look how close he is to these guys. And of course, you know where I'm going to go, ladies and gentlemen, to the bumper. Lightblade trying to make a move to the inside, may have to go trackside and see what happens here. Yes, we're going to have to. Lightblade trying to make a move to the outside on NRP up to 4th place in that change of livery. He said he didn't like that livery, brought a bad juju. Looks like now he's got this new livery working out for him, up to 4th place. 10 seconds off of the pace, though, currently behind J-Palm. Not sure what J-Palm's pit strategy is, but we're going to keep an eye on that. It's PT out of the pit. So we are back. I don't know what happened, ladies and gentlemen. The power went out. Everything in the house shut down for like 30 seconds. It came back on. It wasn't my dogs this time, I promise. It was the whole entire house. Matter of fact, I haven't seen my 19-year-old son for 4 days. He just came out of a Modern Warfare binge because the internet went out. So good reunited with him. Good being reunited with him for the 30 seconds I've seen him. So once the power goes out, it brings families together, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we get this race back on the screen, I will bring you all the action back to the lead, ladies and gentlemen. It's PT now out front all by himself, and looks like where's he at right now? Bobby Dazzler currently in 2nd place right now, coming out of turn 14. Looks like these guys are doing a pretty good job here. I don't have any audio in for the cars. I'm not sure why I don't, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize for that. Lap 19 out of 27 we have going on here, ladies and gentlemen. J-Palm doing a good job, up to 3rd place. Not sure what happened, if he pitted or not during that during that race. So looks like J Palm up to 3rd place. NRP back to 4th place, doing a great job. Currently holding off Duftino. Where's Duftino at? Yeah, Duftino in behind, NRP's all by himself here. So I'm trying to see who he's being pressured by. I think that may be Lightblade. Yes, Lightblade's back to 9th place. We're not sure what happened here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to bring you all the timings and everything on the left-hand side, but because my power went out and I got back in, timings are all messed up. So I'm just going to bring you the action here. Lightblade and looks like that was not Lightblade. That's NRP. Yeah, that was Lightblade and NRP. Lightblade still trying to get around NRP. NRP in 4th place. Looks like NRP is able to let him go by. And Lightblade, I'm not sure what happened in that off stream. I'm sure we're going to hear about it in the stewards' inquiries here. So it's PT currently lap 19 out of 27, ladies and gentlemen. About 8 laps remain. 7 laps right now. Lap 20 out of 27. 7 laps remain here as we wind down. It's PT now in control of this race. Bobby Dazzler just now coming out of the corner, or out of the final corner, coming to the start-finish line. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have the sound. The syncing is coming in. I hope I don't mess it up here. And let's see what is going on with the console. The console looks like he's off into the dirt. Unfortunate for him. So the console now back to 8th place. And I apologize for the volume just coming back here, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you for sticking with us, guys. Jeff, thank you for sticking with us as always, man. All the love and support means a whole lot to everybody tuning in. It's PT out in front. Duftino to 2nd place right now, only 1 second off of the lead. Lap 20 out of 27 as these guys are starting to wind down here. Track temperature 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Outside temperature is 63 degrees Fahrenheit as these guys navigate around Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the road course edition, ladies and gentlemen, IRC. As we're watching Duftino now on the back of, I keep saying on the back of, it's not on the back of, it's behind Duftino, or behind its PT right now. You see the one of the pole markers going flying there. Where's Bobby Dazzler at? Bobby Dazzler all the way back to 12th place, back to 3rd place, 12 seconds behind. I'm sorry there, ladies and gentlemen. See him coming into the frame all the way in the back. So it's PT and Duftino now. These two guys are going to be fighting for the lead here. Probably for the remainder of this race, unless one of these two guys mess up. J Palm looks like he may have to make a pit stop. Currently running 43 seconds behind everybody, and doing a great job. Good to have him on stream tonight. Like I said before, sorry for that interruption. If you guys are still on stream, thanks for showing your support to your favorite driver. It means a lot to him. It means a lot to us that you guys tune in and support what he's doing as well. So good to have him on board. Lecky, where's Lecky at? Lecky currently in 10th place right now, harassing Tuggy Bear. Good to have him on track. Lecky's been involved in Rubbings racing for quite some time now, and it's always good to have him out here racing when he's not behind the laptop. Right now, all over the back of Tuggy Bear, and you know where we're going here. We are going to the bumper, ladies and gentlemen, all over the back of Tuggy Bear. Don't know where he's at on track, and that bumper cam is absolutely phenomenal. That's a little bit too close. Little apologies going out on the track there, and from Lecky to Tuggy Bear. But you've seen that, ladies and gentlemen. I love that view of that bumper cam. Going back to the action, Lecky currently in 10th place, and this battle is going on for 9th place. Duftino, we see him still almost a second off of the lead. It's PT currently in front. Lecky looks like he's driving on a mission tonight. A little bit more contact. I don't know if the console can hear you, Big Al, but Big Al says, "Come on, the console. If you don't make the top 3, you're making the bruise." So, we got that's pretty tough. That's pretty tough news for you, the console. So, looks like he's got his work cut out for him. Currently in 8th place. Looks like he better get the brew maker ready, because I don't think he's going to make the top 3 there at Big Al. Thank you for tuning in anyway, Big Al. Thank you for chiming in, cheering for the console like you always do. We always appreciate it and always appreciate your support. Let's get back up through the field here. NRP currently on the back of Lightblade, behind Lightblade. Lightblade clawing his way back up through the field to 4th place, and NRP now to 5th place. As you see this battle developing here towards the laps are winding down. Lap 22 out of 27, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get involved in what you see on track, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk will get you a ticket to some of the cleanest, fastest sim racing available for the PlayStation Network on Project Cars 2. Hit the button that says like underneath there, or I'm sorry, I got a little bit confused. Hit the button that says join as a driver, and you can join our team, join our staff, and if you want to donate, you can always donate as well. If you like what you're seeing on the stream, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and tell us what you like, tell us what you would like to see, and tell us what some recommendations that you would like us to do. So while you're out, keeping an eye on NRP, but Lightblade now coming up on the back of Bobby Dazzler. Bobby Dazzler is going to have some company right now, coming in behind him, as you see NRP coming in up behind Hurlo. NRP in 5th place right now, chasing Lightblade, about 2 seconds behind Lightblade, and I'm sure who's in that black, and it looks at Tuggy Bear. No, Nord Viking looks like in 12th place in that final position. In that final position, letting the leaders go by. Nord Viking not having a good night tonight, but that's always good to have him on stream. We have the console right now in a bet with Big Al about making brews if he doesn't finish in the top 3. So it looks like Jeff said, looks like he better get the kettle on. Yeah, I don't think Big Al's even going to let him warm it up for him. I think is going to make him do all the work. So interesting to see what happens later on with this battle here. Lion's Foot under pressure now by the console. Maybe the console's ears are burning. I don't think these guys can hear me because I went off and came back on. So I know the audience can hear me, and that's really all that matters. It's probably better for them anyway. Sometimes I can get quite annoying. I annoy myself from time to time. The console's still trying to figure out how to get around Lion's Foot in 7th place here. Trying to get up through the field so he doesn't have to be responsible for the bruise tonight. It's PT currently doing a great job right now. Let's go back to the leaders and see what's going on here. Where are these guys at on the track right now? These guys are currently coming around turn 14, coming up to lap 24 out of 27. 3 laps remain in this feature race for our round 2 sprint or round 2 race for in our Jetta GT5 North American Challenge, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, we're looking at the flag man again. I'm not sure why. There's the flag man. That's kind of weird, a little trippy, freaky. Duftino, disconnect. Okay, that was strange. Duftino now takes over the lead, side-by-side action as It's TP tries to defend that position. It's TP now back to 2nd place as Duftino takes the lead here. Bobby Dazzler currently 19 seconds behind, but now under pressure by Lightblade. And what's going on here? It looks like Bobby Dazzler gets tangled up with a Lightblade. These guys' parts are flying all over the place. These guys are not going to lose places because they're being lapped, but looks like they're going to have severe damage to these cars. Lightblade has a huge missing parts to his car. Bobby Dazzler also looks exactly like that. Unfortunate for that. I went to see there, and I went to see what happened, and not sure there. Both of them guys are sideways by the time I got there. The console's still working on Lion's Foot as they come out around. Where are these guys at on the track here? Oh yeah, they're coming up towards turn 4 and 5 here. The console on the back of a Lion's Foot. Got too many things on my laptop screen again, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There's the... I should know it by now. It's the 2nd time this week I've called this race. But anyhow, back to the action. The console now has the Lion's Foot under pressure. Back to the lead, Duftino and It's TP. This is going to be a battle that's going to remain for the end of the race, I believe. Get rid of the interface and the map. And just watch these two guys here. We see It's PT in that white car with the green racing stripe, and Duftino in that multicolored car behind him. This is going to be the action for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. And there they go once again. I'm not sure what's going on with my camera, but that was kind of trippy. Let's go back here and get rid of the interface. So watch these guys go once again. It's PT out in the front. Duftino behind him as they come up through turns 4, 5, and 6, up through the chicane here. These guys can do it side by side, but it doesn't look like going to right now as It's PT tries to shake Duftino. Duftino is very, very strong in these Ginetta GT5s, and this is for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 25 out of 27. 2 laps remain as they come down to this hard braking zone in turn 7. You can see the markers on the right-hand side of your screen using where they judge it. A little bit of contact being made there between these two, but Duftino wisely backs out of it a little bit as its PT had the momentum going into that corner. Duftino now in behind its PT as they come around turn 10 and then out towards turn 11 here, ladies and gentlemen. Still side by side. It looks like Duftino is not going to go away, trying to use that curb and that corner on the inside and trying to take that line away from its PT. Both of these guys hard on the brakes. Looks like Duftino has the line on the inside, but its PT into the grass, loses it a little bit, but able to regain control. Now side by side as they come through turn 13. Duftino back to second place where they were last time by this exact spot. Lap 26 coming to the line, ladies and gentlemen. There are going to be 2 laps remaining, this one and one more at the line right now. Its PT has the advantage. Duftino is just sitting there waiting to make his move, trying to make a move to the inside. These cars don't have a whole lot of horsepower to get around each other, but Duftino looks like he's making an absolutely great move in the inside here, but its PT still carrying all that momentum all the way on the outside, not able to allow Duftino to get around him. Duftino now coming out around turns 2 and 3, still hanging with its PT. Its PT doing everything he can to try to shake Duftino, but both of these guys are very good in this GT5 class. Coming up through the chicane here, Duftino gets a little bit to the inside of that. Don't know if that's going to count later on or not, but now he's going to try to make a move to the outside of its PT, trying to reverse the roll this time. You see its PT pushing him all the way to the outside. You see this PT going in the inside now, and Duftino trying to make that move like he did last time. And it looks like it didn't work out for him as its PT is still now in the lead. But oh, what a move by Duftino, making that dive to the inside. That was an absolutely brilliant move by Duftino, but not good enough to maintain that position, trying to figure out how to get around its PT as we come down to the final lap here, ladies and gentlemen. 1.5 laps remain, not even, and it's all down to this. You see its PT flashing his light saying we got to come to the pits. The leaders have not pitted, ladies and gentlemen. This is surprising. I did not know they didn't pit it. I thought that they pit. Where is Nicky at on track? Nicky coming around the final corner. Nicky going to inherit the lead of this race. It looks like he may, all by himself, 4 seconds back to Lightblade, so it's going to be what's happening between. Duftino is now down. Its PT also down and away. Where are they at in relative to each other? It looks like Duftino, no, he was not down and away. He was just pulling into a pit, this treacherous long pit lane. Now NRP coming to the line, taking the lead in pit lane on the final lap, ladies and gentlemen. And Lightblade now up to 3rd place. We see Duftino is down, and looks like Bobby Dazzler is going to take over that 4th place as you see him going out of the frame. NRP now overtakes the lead. Lightblade 2 seconds behind him, and let's see what happens. That's unfortunate for its PT and Duftino as these two guys were just pounded on each other. NRP, Mr. Silverstone, Nicky himself in that number 40 multicolored Ginetta GT5. Said he wanted to switch liveries in the intermission because he did not like that livery he was in. Went back to his favorite AQI number 40, orange, white, and black Ginetta GT5. Looks like he's got 2.8 seconds now between him and Lightblade. Going to give him credit where credit's due. Going to watch NRP try to seal the deal here the final time around Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, IRC as we call it here. Nicky doing a fantastic job tonight in these Ginettas, as he always does. Looks like the console currently to 6th place. It looks like he's going to have his work cut out for him after this race. There must have been a deal offline somewhere, and looks like he's going to have to pay the piper after the race. Unfortunate news for him. Good news for Big Al, however, because Big Al is not going to be on brew duty. So here it comes, ladies and gentlemen, around the final corner for the final time. We have Duftino, or NRP coming to the line. Lap 27, ladies and gentlemen. Flashing his lights, waving to his fans. Coming across the line, here he goes. NRP takes the lead. Lightblade up to 2nd, able to salvage that horrible start. Bobby Dazzler up to 3rd. It's PT pitting on the next to the last lap. coming across the line in 4th. Lion's Foot. Scotty, you see him coming in 5th place, currently being chased by the Consul. Is the Consul going to be able to make it up? The Consul to 6th place. It looks like Duftino to 7th place. All these guys cross the line, all in a group with each other here. About another 24 seconds all the way back to Tuggy Bear Lecky. J. Palm Hurlo and Norda Viking. Looks like these guys are going to round it out here. NRP, congratulations on the victory, on the last lap drama. Able to take that pass on them 2 leaders. Taken to the pit lane. Looks like his teammate Duftino is going to come up beside him there and give him a little bump and a love tap. Congratulations, and let him know that what a great job by him here. And have somebody else coming into the frame as well. J-Palm, like I said earlier, had some fans chiming in for him tonight, coming out of the corner, turn 14, I'm sorry, for the final time. Thanks for being on stream tonight, J-Palm. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for your fans for chiming in, and we will see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. I have the schedule here. I'm going to congratulate these guys as we go through here. Hopefully they take pictures because I'm no longer in control of the lobby. So I want to give you guys a heads up of where we're going to be at next week. Bear with me 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be at Sonoma National, going out to the West Coast in the desert, California, in Sonoma National, short track racing in the Jetta GT5s. NRP takes the win. Lightblade comes in 2nd. Bobby Dazzler to 3rd. It's PT to 4th. Lion's Foot rounds out the top 5. The Consul coming in 6th. Looks like he's going to be on brew duty tonight. Unfortunate for him. Rip the Consul. RIP. Rest in peace, my friend. Duftino coming in 7th. Tuggy Bear to 8th. Lecky to 9th. J-Palm coming in 10th. Hurlo to 11th, and Nord Viking up to 12th place. That is our race, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, another congratulations to Nikki NRP for taking the victory tonight. Congratulations to Lightblade for taking the taking 2nd place here, but taking the victory in the sprint race, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Dazzler hanging in there in the top 3, so these guys cannot hear me in the lobby, so as soon as they go back to wherever they're going back to, we'll do whatever we got to do. But anyway, thank you guys once again for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow, or tune in Sunday night, as we are going to be at Imola in the GT3 series. A lot of fast guys, a very fast track, very tricky and very technical. And next week for our Friday night Jetta GT4, we're going to be at Sonoma National out in the California desert on the North American continent. For everybody here at Rubbings Racing, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, God bless and good night. And stay safe out there, everybody.